I already know this is going to be a popular video. One of the reasons why I'm making it, I'm getting a lot of questions on men coming back. What's the chances? What does it mean? And I'm going to answer all the questions in this video. What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott. And as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about a man coming back around. Now, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. And if you want to get my course, Attraction Academy, which you don't even have to be put in this position in the first place. Men aren't going to go, they're going to stay, and you're going to hook them and make them your boyfriends. If you want that course, link is down in the description, okay? Saves you, it's like the fast track to a relationship. Fast track from casual to committed. So, women ask me all the time, what are the chances he's going to come back around? And there's a lot of different avenues I can go with this, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is if a guy does come back around, a lot of women assume it's a good thing. And I don't know why they assume this, but they do. If you think a guy is going to pull away or leave or something like that, and then all of a sudden wake up over the days or weeks or months, however long it's been, and suddenly want a relationship with you, you're nuttier than squirrel shit. That's not going to happen. Even Elvis told me. Get out of here. So, that's just not going to happen. To build attraction, you need progression. You need escalation. You need to be moving forward in some way. And when there's gaps in between it, it's very hard to do that. So I always tell a woman when a guy does come back around, it's usually for the assets. He doesn't miss you. He misses using you. He misses, you filling his void, you filling his validation, you being a security blanket, you giving him sexual favors. And usually the reason a man does come back around is because you're what I call pre-qualified, meaning it's just easier to get it from you. Don't take this the wrong way, ladies, some of you who are desperate or just too willing to let this guy back in. It's like, why not? I always tell women that a guy goes towards the path of least resistance and least risk. Okay, and what's most advantageous? Because if it's most advantageous and he wanted a relationship, he would be in a relationship with you, but he's not. So he doesn't care about that. So it has to be towards the assets, which if it's risk, like I said, risk and what is just easiest to obtain, path of least resistance, why not go to a girl who I know who likes me, wants the idea, hopes for the idea of us, and just take advantage of that. You all say it's horrible, but a lot of you are the ones letting him do this. So I understand he shouldn't be doing it, but it's like, well, hell, if she knows I don't want a relationship, and it's pretty obvious I don't want one, but you keep letting me back in, yeah, I'm going to do that. So that's number one. The second thing is, okay, what are the chances of him actually coming back around? And the thing with that is, I always tell women it comes to, and again, I talk about this heavily in my course, assets versus liabilities. And there's a thing called a hidden cost. And what I mean by that is, you know what? Let me back up a little bit. So this is how it usually unfolds from going from something great to a disaster. A guy love bombs you in the beginning, puts a lot of effort in, initiates, maybe not even that, maybe things are just going well. And it's creating a lot of context between you two, meaning like the things you guys do layer over time, and it creates this serious vibe, okay? And in the beginning, he's all about these assets. He's all about getting these things from you. And he has to invest in you to get those, which again creates the context. But sometimes if a guy moves too fast or he bites off more than he can chew, and he realizes, oh shit, I created this picture of an ideal man or an ideal relationship, or that I'm even ready for one, and I'm not. And so if I keep on complying and going along with all this stuff, she's going to assume, rightfully so, that I'm on the same page as her when I'm not. So a guy pulls away. Now, the reason all this is important is because if you were strictly okay with friends with benefits, not showing any attachment, not showing any emotion, just no strings attached, just hooking up, he will stick around. Why? Because it's pure assets, no liabilities. Liability being the relationship if he's emotionally unavailable or doesn't want a relationship, which goes back to what I said in the very beginning. If he actually wanted a relationship, the advantage would be to jump into the relationship, because if not, then I risk losing you. So he doesn't want a relationship. He doesn't want a relationship, ladies. You get what I'm getting at here? So now there's a thing called hidden costs, which means, hey, I want these assets that you offer, but if that means I'm leading you on, you're getting feelings, it's giving you hope, it's making you feel this way, it's making you feel that way, whatever, I'm not going to do it. Okay, so he's going to pull back and not come forward or not reinvest or reassociate himself with you. So the question to ask, if you want to know, well, what are the chances of him coming back? It's how low your standards are. Like, are you just willing to take him back? Because no guy wants to come back to have an earful, okay? Like, just to hear you bitch. And I don't mean that in like an offensive term. That's just what he's going to think of it as. Like, she knows I don't want a relationship, whatever, okay? How vulnerable and how easy you are to take advantage of if he is a piece of shit. How much he actually likes you, but I don't think he likes you personally, because you wouldn't be in this position to begin with. So have some self-respect and have a backbone to cut him off. And how long it's been. Ladies, there's guys who will take months before they come back around, and then he comes back around, and women all of a sudden think he wants a relationship, or she thinks, oh, I have the power now. No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. You don't have the power. Women have the power to sex. Men have the power to relationships. You don't ever have the power to a relationship. A man does, okay? He's the one who decides, you know what? Okay, I'm going to give this woman the relationship, which is what she wants. A lot of women don't agree with me on that, but it's the truth. So to answer the question, what are the chances of him coming back? If he doesn't want a relationship, automatically I say it's 50-50. If he doesn't want a relationship and you do, it's 50-50. But then just because he does come back, there's a bunch of different little, caveats to add to that. Well, how did it end? What was the gap between you two talking? You get what I'm saying? So it's not so much of a percentage on when he's actually going to come back. It's just the context of it all. Ladies, if you give a guy the ultimatum, okay, or before you even get that, let's say you go on 3, 4, 5 dates and he starts pulling away, nothing you can ever do. I'm telling you right now, I know you don't like this. I know you're going to go watch other dating coaches who tell you to do this hot and cold shit, which only works on low value men. Any high value man who is already showing a little bit of disinterest or pulling away or uncertainty, date 3, date 4, date 5, date whatever, you're not going to get him back. You're just not. I don't care, unless you get my course maybe. Because my course tell you how to do it correctly and how to prevent that from even happening. But if it's already happening, there's nothing you can do. Because here's the beautiful thing, ladies. If I did come back around and I was already unsure about a relationship, why would I assume or jump into a relationship? Why not just come back around and try to get the benefits first? Right? I mean, that's most logical from a man's perspective. Why not just come around and try to get it in? I did before. Why can't I do it again? You're hopeful of the situation. Let me take advantage of that. That's what a lot of men do, and a lot of women get mad at men for that. It's your fault just as much as his. Have some fucking standards. So that being said, ladies, I know it's a little harsh, but it is what it is. I'm just trying to be honest with a lot of you. I think a lot of you have a lot of good intentions, have good hearts, but I think you're letting your emotions get the best of you. If a guy pulls away in any way from beginning till 6 to 8 dates, in any way, you're not, ladies, I know you're going to go to some other dating coach, like I said, who teaches you hot and cold, doesn't fucking work. Who teaches you no contact, doesn't work. Who teaches you these power dynamics, doesn't work. They don't know, the other coaches do not know how to do that stuff. They do not know how to use it. They just say the phrases. You all fall for it. Trust me, it's in my course. If you want to understand it on a deeper level, or just get a phone session with me, we can talk about it. Context is everything. Framing is everything. If you think a guy's coming back around because he wants a relationship, you're delusional. You're delusional, okay? So that being said, ladies, I love you all. Take care and peace.